Hey, what's up guys? Hey! Welcome guys, this is part 4 of our 10-day video series challenge. If you guys haven't already signed up, the link is in the description to hit that up. Now why do you want to do this? Because within this 10-day challenge you get not only these video courses, you also get daily emails and exclusive access to a Facebook community to help you on your journey to boost your sales. So through this series, we're going to teach you the exact systems that we use to generate multiple 7 figures as direct sellers.
Hell yeah! So we are done with the first 4 steps of our 5 steps to a conversation. So let's move on to step 5, which is the rehash. This is my absolute favorite step, guys.
It is.
I'm going to give you some perspective on it, and I'm going to show you why it's my favorite step and why it is going to become your favorite thing to do as well. So I have some number on the board. I'm going to break it down for you, and we're going to talk about why this is just the most amazing thing that you've seen today, honestly, and probably like for your entire life in sales. So let's talk about what the rehash is before we dissect those numbers. So rehash stands for remember, everyone has another sale hidden. So what it means is that when people go shopping, they have like maybe a gift they need to make. Maybe they need something else they haven't really like thought about when they went to the store, right? So to give you an example, you'll find rehashes literally everywhere. You go to the gas station to get gas, they ask you, do you need a car wash with that? You go to a fast food, they ask you, do you want a drink with it? Do you want to make it a large? Do you want a combo? You go to Starbucks, they ask you, do you want a cookie, a muffin, right? So rehashes is literally everywhere. For us, when we're doing direct marketing, it was more, okay, so you have your hair dryer, okay, cool, do you need a straightener to go with it, right? So it could be for the person you're talking to, or it could be dedicated for a gift that they may have to make in the near future, okay? So let's talk about those numbers and you see how powerful a simple question can be for your business. So Chipotle has 2,768 restaurants worldwide, okay? They have, in average, 696 customers that visits each restaurant a day, okay? And for the rehash, I'm sure that all of you have been to a Chipotle before, and I'm sure that all of you have been asked these simple questions. Do you need chips and guac with your burrito? Did you need chips and guac with your tacos, right? So chips and guac is going to cost $3.25, which we don't necessarily realize when we are asked these questions, but we know we love chips and guac, so
We do.
for the sake of the example, we're going to say that only 1% of the people that are asked these questions are going to answer yes to it. So again, I'm talking about just 1%, okay? Which is honestly, literally nothing. We are really lowballing that because in reality, we probably are 40 or 50% of people saying yes instead of 1%. But anyway, so we'll take the number of restaurants, so 2,768. We're going to times that by the number of customers a day, 696 customers a day. And now we know exactly how many people are visiting Chipotle worldwide a day, okay? So we'll take that number, so almost 2 million, right? And we're going to time this by 1%, because 1% of those people are going to get the chips and guac. Literally every one of those people have been asked the questions, did you need chips and guac with that? But 1% is going to say yes. So we're going to time this by the price of the chips and guac, which is $3.25. Out of this simple question, did you need chips and guac? Chipotle is making an extra $62,612.60 a day. How many days in a year? 365, right? So now we're going to times this number by 365 days to know how much more money Chipotle is making yearly by asking a question, did you need chips and guac today? We are now talking about almost $23 million.
Yeah. From one question.
From one question. Because Chipotle and all of these businesses train their employees to ask this question consistently, literally every time they have a customer in front of them, right? So what does it mean for us? Well, it means a lot more money in our pockets, right? It means that we don't have to work harder, we just have to work smarter, because everyone can find a product to rehash. Everyone can ask this question. It is so simple. And to put yourself in the customer's shoes as well, well, you are saving customer money because you are offering them a better deal as well. And you are also helping customers because now they won't have to worry about the gift that they have to make in the near future, right? Now, the problem with the rehash is that people are freaking out about it. They're freaking out. Why? Because, well, you already have your customers that you talk to, you pitch, right? They said yes to the first product. So most people stop right there because they are scared that if they ask a simple question, hey, did you need an extra set with that? Hey, did you need a collagen to go with the skincare that you already got, right? They are scared that people are going to throw everything in their face and just run away from their booth, or run away from their feed, or just hang up on them, or slam a door in their face, right? Guys, let me ask you that question. Have you ever run away from a Chipotle and throw your burrito in the face of the employee because he asked you if you wanted chips and guac?
No.
Have you ever ran away from a gas station without gas in your car because they asked you if you wanted a car wash with that? Hell fucking no, right? So guys, ask this damn question. This question is gonna make you a millionaire in no time. So instead of freaking out, just maximize on it, go for it, and ask the damn question.
The fun part about the rehash too is that now that you know this exists, you're gonna see it literally everywhere.
Absolutely.
So for example, when you check out at, the grocery store, what's right there?
Gums.
Yeah, you have gum, you have candy, you have all these little things, you have gift cards and stuff. So it's all the things that maybe you didn't think to grab for yourself because you didn't want to go down a candy line. It's right there. Or if you're on Amazon, it's the exact same thing. Would be like other buyers bought this. People purchased it with this. People frequently bought these items together. That's a rehash. Because you're doing a service for the customer, right? If they want whatever this scarf, maybe they want the coat too. Absolutely. And they just didn't think about it. So you have to think about your rehash as doing them a service because maybe they love your product and they completely forgot that their cousin Susan's birthday is coming up and she would also love the product and you just brought it into her mind and now your customer is like, oh, great, I get it for me and I get it for them. Boom, 2 birds, 1 stone. So.
One last thing with the rehash, guys. I want you to play with these numbers and just do the math if it was 30%, if it was 50%. If employees of Chipotle were so freaking good that 100% of people were saying yes to that question. Now, also do the math knowing that they not only ask if you want chips and guac, they ask you if you want a soda, if you want a bigger drink, if you want, I don't know, so many things to go with your simple burrito, right? So look around, see how many times you've been rehashed in one day when you go shopping and when you go to a fast food, and do the math with that. And then do the math with your business.
Absolutely. Okay, so rehash, this is our final step of our 5 steps to a conversation. So we have talked a lot about the impulse curve, and I want to show you exactly how that maps out the 5 steps on here really quick. So it's simple like this, impulse. This is your impulse level, and then you have the time. Your impulse curve, you've got 2 little lumps, and then this is where you get the no. Okay, so when you first intro somebody, they're right about here. They're kind of curious, but they're not like super into your product yet. They don't really know what's happening. They're starting down here. When you give them the short story, they're here. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm kind of about this. Like, let's see what this is. Like, okay. So then right here, this is your presentation. So you are getting them super, super excited. And remember, we talked about the stress the deal. This is where they are at their peak of impulse, and that is when you close. So you close at the height of impulse. Remember, we talked about that in a previous video. So you're closing at the height of impulse because this is when they're most excited and this is when you are most likely to get a yes or a no. Okay, so now that you have closed them at the height of impulse, their impulse is going to go down and you're going to bring their impulse back up by introducing the rehash. So your rehash, you're gonna give them a quick presentation to build them back up to the peak of excitement, to the height of impulse, and then you're gonna close them again. And then same thing, it's gonna go back down, and you're gonna keep doing this until you get 2 no's. So if they said no to your first product, and then they say no to your rehash, that's where you end. You just leave them alone after that. They don't want your product. But if they say yes to this, and then they say yes to this, keep going until you have nothing else to rehash them on. Till you get those 2 no's.
Because you never want to end on the yes, guys.
Yep.
You might have another cell that is hidden somewhere, right? So think of it with the chipotle example, right? So now not only you leave your chipotle with your burrito, but you also have a quesadilla, you also have the cheese dip, you also have your chips and guac, and you have now an extra large drink,
and
right?
you have extra toppings because they impulsed you on their new topping.
Absolutely. One brand that is really good at the rehash too is Apple, right? Think about it when you get your iPhone, then you need all the plugs to go with it, right? Then you have the AirPod as well, okay? So when they rehash you on the AirPod, they obviously explain you what it is. They give you those 3 key facts to build your impulse back up, so then they can close you again at the end of impulse.
Yep.
So this is the rehash, guys. This is a lot more money in your pocket. So don't be afraid. Ask this simple question because, guys, you are rehashed on a daily basis everywhere you go.
Yep.
So do the same. Okay, so let's just recap real fast those 5 steps to a conversation, right? So you have your introduction, break the ice, your short story with your impulsive key fact, keep it short and simple. Then your presentation from the least to the most impulsive key fact, and we only are talking about 3 key facts with your product in hand and your stress the deal, which is going to bring your customer to your height of impulse where you can close them, step 4, and then build that impulse back with your rehash and do it all over again until you get your 2 no's.
Yes. So now our homework for you guys is to take this rehash, build a presentation for your rehash product, look around you, see just how many times throughout the day you are rehashed, and start to think about what products you can use in your business that will be your rehash products.
And let us know how much more money you made using that rehash. We want to know you win.
Yep. Bye guys. Bye.